We are live and direct. We are live and direct. All the way from None of Your Goddamn Business. Y'all bring y'all asses on in here. Come on. Come on in. Don't be scared. She took the car and there was a 30-day warranty, and she drove the car around 3 weeks, and she started to have trouble with it. No. That's your shop. So if you pick the big motor, you're when it's just rid of on. What's happening, people? What's happening? Got another live. What's going on, Lois? Oh shit, I'm gonna grab my other device. What's happening? What's up, Cash? Yeah, sure. I'm about 12 minutes late. I said 6. I'm about 12 minutes late. It's all good though. It's all good. Whew. That's all good. They're calling this motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, okay. Come on back. Oh man. Yeah, I decided to come on since Leo didn't go live. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and fill that slide up. Let me go ahead and get that. So I got SmackDown all in the background. Well, even though I did hear about what happened at the end of the show with Roman, Punk, and Rollins. Oh, she watched a lot. Ah, shit. I did you give her the link? Because I know she been waiting to watch Raising Kanan. Leo is the brother. You remember when you came over to Wrestle Tati's live last week? He was the brother that was at the bottom with the glasses, had the long hair. Damu Fatu. Oh, he said, fuck that. Disqualification. I want that belt. Damn, table didn't break. Yo, they make sure these tables don't break no more. Yo, RB, what's happening? Yeah, that I mean? 5-2. Damu Fatu. Oh, okay. Oh, she ain't feeling too well today? Well, tell her to get well, get better.
Cause she gonna want to see them episodes. When she watches those episodes, she gonna be like, "Oh, this motherfucker's off the fucking hook." Cause man, yo, yeah, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna give it away. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that watches Raising Kanan and hasn't seen it, I ain't gonna give it. I'm just gonna say that motherfucker. I ain't gonna say who, but if you're a Raising Kanan viewer, you know who I'm talking about. That's crazy that Jacob is the one that brought Yada I Mean to the WWE. But I guess The Rock couldn't say it because Rock is not a street dude. That's more of a street slang. I know some people like, well, that's a Bay Area slang and anybody can say it. Man, look. Yeah, of course. If you're from the Bay Area, Yada I Mean in the Bay Area is like what's cracking in California. You don't necessarily have to be involved to say it. It just makes more sense coming from somebody from the streets because that's where the term originated from. Okay. I know it already. Woo. Yep. They are 3 episodes in. Yeah. Jacob don't be playing. Appreciate that. Yada I Mean. Yep. You go, Yada I Mean. Well, actually, to be honest with you, nobody in the Bay Area says Yada I Mean anymore. to be quite honest, we don't really say Yada I Mean. You might get a couple, specks of people still saying Yada I Mean, but you know what I'm saying? We'll cut it down. Yada. Yada. Yada da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? That kind of got incorporated, you know what I'm saying, during, you know what I'm saying, when that came about, we would change it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, why is the Samoans bringing the slang to the WWE? Where's the brothers in the Bay Area, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. But the Samoans get love out here. You know what I'm saying? Samoans get big love, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they just one of us. They just one of us. You know, they just one of us. Just a different look. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jay Millie, Samoans aren't black. What do you mean Samoans are black? Samoans aren't black. I'm not saying Samoans are black. I'm saying history tells you that Samoans are black. Yep. Oh yeah, growing up. Oh yeah, man, I stayed on video games. You know what I'm saying? From Atari to Nintendo to Super Nintendo to Sega, to PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? N64s, GameCubes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What was that one about TurboGrafx 16? Oh yeah. Yep. That's when we came in. Hyphy movement. Yeah, what's going on? What you been up to? Yep. Yo. Because I was looking, because I came across something a few years ago, and it kind of like just like, okay, that I did not know that. So I don't remember what I was researching on. I was researching something, and while I was researching, I came across this information about what was it? It had something to do with surfing. Samoans and surfing and that whole thing. Well, as I'm digging it in I'm like, hold on. That literally made me stop doing what I was doing and research that real quick. Hey, yo, this yep. There's a lot of blackness that flows through a lot of different races and nationalities that it will blow your mind how much, when you actually look at the grand scope of people that have existed in this globe. It's like Filipinos. Filipinos have origins of blackness. They're part of that diaspora, even though they want to move away from that. They don't even acknowledge, hold on. They don't acknowledge it. But if you go into the Philippines, not the shit that they be showing you. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? When you go into the Philippines and you see them Filipinos as dark as I am. When you go into that part of the Philippines, I guarantee you, hey, don't be mad at the messenger. I'm just getting y'all something to look up in case you don't already know about it. Oh, hell yeah, Tekken. That was one of my shits. Yeah, Tekken, let's see, Street Fighter, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat. I played Super Mario Brothers. Let's see, I got to 3, and then I just kind of lost interest after that. So I didn't get into all the Mario Karts and all the other Mario stuff. I'm a Donkey Kong guy. You know what I'm saying? What else? Oh yeah, baseball games, Madden, the wrestling games, WrestleMania. Yo, I stayed on that WrestleMania game for hours. How Jacob thought to get in the street game, and he the son of the. Oh, okay. So the Tongans and Samoans that are from California, they're already in the hood. They literally grew up in the hood. So like the Usos there, Rikishi, aka Fatu, he grew up in the projects in San Francisco known as Sunnydale. So the Samoans and Tongans, they're already in the hood. Oh, okay. I feel you. Well, it's good to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yeah. And just as of 10 years ago, which it's really becoming a major factor now. But you got to build the blocks. You got to build the blocks, right? You got to build blocks, and then when you build the blocks, now you can start implementing what you need to implement as far as your people is concerned. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that for many, many years, decades, you've had Mexicans flat out not accept black folks, right? Not accept black folks. Okay. And I'm speaking of the racist one. I'm not speaking of the ones that grew up in the neighborhoods with us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about that. Because I've told y'all before, one of my closest friends I've had is an essay. You know what I'm saying? Had my back when I had other brothers, you know what I'm saying, that was around that didn't have my back. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus we played baseball together and, you know, that whole thing. So, the fact that we now know that there are black Mexicans, but they always want to keep them at the bottom though. But you see, now this is the interesting thing. And this is why I never quite understood after I find out information with the connection with black folks and Mexicans was like, I'm like, okay, well, why is it that you get them from the land hating us when our people literally like you guys literally have statues of black folks in your country, but then you turn around and want to call us mayates. Well, if you have so much disdain, but I forgot. You got that whitewash problem. You want to keep the statues, but say, nah, this is Alejandro, or you know what I'm saying, Jorge, whatever. But the lie only lasts for so long. A lot of things I remember growing up, and a lot of things that people were saying, you had a lot of other folks trying to deny it, saying, well, no, this ain't true, woo, woo, woo. Okay, well, let's find out. But they never stuck around long enough to find out. Well, now you ain't got no choice but to know. You know, you got no choice but to know. Now, I just wish this country would start getting on the cord with these other countries that are revealing the truth about what it is. It wasn't just an invasion on Africa. It wasn't just an invasion on America or on the Americas. It wasn't just an invasion into Europe or the Caribbean. This was a global invasion that went on for thousands of years. And once these invaders got settled, now they want to proclaim a land that doesn't even belong to them as their own, having the people of that land convert into what they say is now the language and the culture of the land. So now, as the next set of generations come aboard, they can start feeding them lies. So now, them generations carry on with the lie. The curriculum in the schools that is taught to the kids are lies based on lies. So now we're growing up believing the lies. Just to find out when we get older that these lies are exactly that, lies. And even when we come with the research and we put it smack dab in their face, they still want to deny it. You can't deny history. You cannot deny history. The oldest bones on this earth does not come from anybody else except for a black woman. The oldest bones. Older than Jesus. So the Messiah to me will always be the black woman. I know the term doesn't get said no more, but that's still what it is. And even with this information came out decades ago, people still want to be in denial because they don't want to feel like, okay, well, our people are. No, it's not even doing that. What it's doing is putting perspective and putting balance, or at least trying to put balance back into the world. You see, when the invaders start to come in and start to disrupt everything, the balance of life got thrown off. So that's why everything that has come about and been about has not been good. Any growth you see is in spite of it. This is why we get so pissed off when we hear everybody else coming into our fucking country speaking all these other languages, and we're stuck only knowing one that's not even our original tongue. So then we have to basically create another language, aka Ebonics, so we can communicate amongst ourselves without everybody else being in our business. But what happens? We get a bunch of Negroes out here that want to go ahead and sell and ship, pack and deliver, and now we don't even have that. Instead of it just being another language that people can learn, no, it's hijacked into, oh, it's everybody's language. Because we're all Americans, so it's everybody's language. Okay. If that's the thought process, then why is every other language not being spoken by every other race or ethnicity in this country? I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't been looking at the comments. Did Donkey Kong really having? Oh, yeah. Now they did, and we know why too. Facts. Mm-hmm. They do not have at least one from. Oh, okay, for sure. I'm digging phone. Oh, your phone tripping? All this. Oh yeah, I be hating that shit. Yeah. Shout out to the DMV. For sure, for sure. Might as well squeeze their wear in the See, sis Lei Che, I said at y'all age and can speak to it. Yep. Oh, okay. My man Jay, you're a good dude. I know you have some preaching skills. Ah man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, and it's funny you say that too. It's funny you say that too because um, I I've said this like once before on here, but so the story goes from what my mom has told me. When I was born, the nurse had told her because I came out, my lungs was good. And I'm sitting there, you know how babies be. I don't know what the nurse. I guess she was like a empath or something, but she said that I was either going to be a singer or I was going to be a preacher. You know, and I've done both, which is well, that actual preaching, like technically, but like as far as like I've given lectures before, and I've spoken with like groups of people before, so and I've also did a little bit of singing as well in different areas. All right, let me get this. Get that link up there. So go ahead and do this like this now. Oh. And it's funny because like one of my old neighbors, oh, he's from San Jose. And and when me and him had got real cool and we got to chopping it up and whatnot, and he knows how much I be into history because we will always be having conversations about history. And so when I came across this information and I brought it to him, I even showed him some videos. He actually went and did some of the research himself. And the next conversation we had on that, he was like, "You know what? You was right. I did not know that." You know. Thank you. You know, and I think that's why I've always been, ever since I was a kid, like always learning. You know, always studying, finding out about things, even things that may not be important to me, but just to be able to have that knowledge. You know, only thing it really does is increase the intelligence that you already have to be able to display in a conversation that you may have with somebody because you never know when that type of conversation may come up. And doesn't it feel kind of awkward when you're like in a conversation but you don't know what the conversation is about? So it's like you kind of like trying to find that certain part in that conversation where you do kind of know something about, so that you try to slide in there. Oh yeah, history is a beautiful thing.
All right. Hey,
what's up, guys? What's going on?
I was listening to everything you're saying and watching Law and Order, and I was like, and I caught a little bit of a sad stuff today, and I was like, you know what? I got something to say about this shit real quick, and just because just for a little bit, I just only going to talk to you about 5 minutes because we're like the same age. I'm from California, I had heard some little, motherfuckers like to talk shit, different panels, different channels, and I caught a little bit of some of that shit talking against, Sad, and I was like, I don't like that shit. But I was listening to Sad today, and I didn't like that. I like what he's saying because I can understand it. like I'm from California, you know. So, in I got put on in '93.
Oh, hold on,
There,
sis. I'm trying to get your volume up on my end.
yeah,
Hold on.
I'm talking as close as I can to the computer. Okay, look, the briefs. I don't like to stop the history lesson. But yeah, I'll just talk for a second while you get your audio together. Um, I'm a
Oh,
girl.
okay, I got you. I got you now.
I'm a woman, so and you know, active or non-active, that's really my business at this point in time, right? So I'm like about to be 45. In 1990, okay, so I'm from California, and I'm here, okay? In the system, I'm a girl in the system, right? So
Uh-huh.
hanging with the lokes or hanging out with the lokes, meaning black kids, okay? Has been a thing since I went into the system, okay? And
Uh-huh.
at the time, because of my skin, I didn't know I didn't know anything really about my father, right? I didn't know about my pedigree,
Right.
and so you know the lokes that took care of me after they fixed my face and everything. I'm still a little girl, like in '93. I got to take a little trip out to California because of my skin color and my pedigree had to be put on a sutres de sit, okay, which is not unusual. This is not
Right.
unusual. Okay, so this is '93. Keep in mind, '93. Here in
Yeah.
Colorado, Crips were black, or they were light. There was light skinny Crips, but these motherfuckers knew they were peoples. You know what I mean? So motherfuckers knew. Oh yeah, mom or your daddy's black. You know what I mean? They know the people because they're from the neighborhoods, right? So in
Uh-huh.
the neighborhoods, so I'm in the neighborhoods of Montbello, 5 Points. I'm all over, right? I'm just the fucking badass little girl in the system that nobody wants. Okay, so when I got to California, they put me on, and then they sent me back with 15 motherfuckers. When I got back here, there's 15 motherfuckers dispersed. I know this because we have a tattoo that's strictly made for us because it was designed on me and then copied 15 times. Okay, so the motherfuckers either the guy here with me either got killed or went to prison. Now pause right there. That was it.
Okay.
They left me. They left me. That was it. I was just by myself under that banner. But the Lokes knew I was coming back, so the Lokes continued to raise me, educate me, and take care of me. Right? This happened. I'm still fucking 13, 14 years old. Okay?
Right.
I learned because I'm a girl. I had the proper education, and the proper education came from men from prison. Okay? That did bids, lokes, black lokes, that did bids, time, kept their mouth shut, wrote the rules from either from California or whatever the fuck happened. And the
Mm-hmm.
Sureños that were here were not really that motherfucking active. They didn't even want to fucking take me as it was, okay, in California, the way I look is
Right.
fucking common. Here, it was not so much common at that time because I look like some little biracial motherfucking kid with just too much motherfucking milk in their coffee, right? So
Uh-huh.
the Lokes took care of me. The Lokes have always took care of me. They've raised me down. It was Lokes, male motherfucking Lokes, okay, that gave me the original bylaws, the original principles.
Hell yeah, that was a
Okay.
wild.
The original principles, our original rules and regs, G's and C's, fucking codes of conduct that we just have internally, how we're supposed to move, how we're supposed to politic, the chain of command, okay, as a little girl. And they taught me how to survive, protect myself, and get it from the street. I didn't come like that. I had a house, but I was taken away from my family. I didn't know any of that, right? And then as we got older, you don't hood swap, okay?
Right. Don't
Even though I don't have a hood, according to the times have changed. Now California, there's all this merging and shit or whatever, right? But I'm the only one. I've never seen. Oh, not that. In Colorado, I've seen 2 sureños in my whole fucking life, and they wouldn't fuck with me if their life depended on it, because I'm more with I'm been black crippy. with lopes over my eyes. I've been black privilege forever because that's where the loyalty is. You dig?
Yeah.
And no matter what happens, you can't get put on any other way. In 93 here, there was motherfuckers that were not my shade. They were not Crips. They might have been getting, acid usury. If they were benefit.
Yeah.
We don't fuck with us. We knew what they were about. They had a car, a bank account. Their daddy paid their shit. They're there for the usury. We used the fuck out of them. You know what I mean? But I was raised like a man, okay? And the politics were different. There's the same politics in women's jail is not like men's jail. So I learned from men, prisoners, cons. Real shit gave me the actual laws and rules of race. These motherfuckers nowadays are black. They should all be fucking. There's no stripes.
Right.
I got stripes. And the other thing too is the way that they maneuver. You know what I mean? I'm saying it because I gotta because we don't get a chance to talk about it too much. I'm a girl. I see it through men's eyes, but I'm a girl, and girls don't even like me. And when I go to jail, because I did go to jail a lot. You think that's in fucking just the local county jail, okay? That them little motherfucking Sureño girls, you think they want to hang out with me in jail? Oh no. They see the tattoo back of my motherfucking neck. They don't give a fuck about that. They know I'm with the Cripettes. I heard you wrap that down. No. Do you think when I go into jail, who do you think wants to hang out and chop it up and giggle and laugh? Us. Black women, black Crips, black gang girls, whatever, just on the same level. You know what I mean? Not fucking girls that look like me or have that same shade. Because now in California, just look at my face, it's fucking all over. It's like commonplace. You see what I'm saying? Here it wasn't like that. I was just ambiguous looking. I could win anyway. You know what I mean? But I go to jail religiously before I got sick. Like every other year, a couple times, whatever. And do you think they want to fucking talk to me? No. Those bitches want to fight me. They want to fight me. And I don't even know.
Was busy in that parking lot when I left. It was out here.
I mean, it don't mean nothing. They
nothing.
want to fight. The sisters, we in there chilling, swapping books, giggling. You know what I mean? Eating, sharing cookies and shit, giggling, sharing the phone. We're having a good ass motherfucking time, and nobody's bothering anybody. It's only it's weird. But what I wanted to say is that there's one thing that is so common, race trade, right? Motherfuckers making a big deal when you get it like this. It was bad. It's taboo in fucking jail, men's jail, right? To be one thing and going with the Crips.
Yeah, Sam talked about that.
That's what he talked about today, right? And it's like that everywhere, but people don't even understand it now. We should take it very seriously. You know what I mean?
First time we talked about it.
No, it is the first time we talked about it. But the thing is that motherfuckers don't even I'll say this too about Sam. I'll say this one time. So whoever that motherfucker is got that real beef, that real little beef, and says all that little side slicky shit. What we look at is your yard time, how much time you spent out there, and where he was in the relation to the city and his gang banging, his shit.
Right.
That's a real motherfucker because we know who he is.
Right.
Even his name was ringing in the motherfucking streets way back then,
Right.
in jail and everything. And according to what I know, because I don't have to tell no motherfucking lies. I don't have to tell the lies. Difference. I move like a real fucking low. So I'm by myself.
Yep.
I don't need nobody. I do my own shit anytime I feel good and ready to. But I know that man's name was good in the motherfucking yard. Then in the yard, and then in the street, then in the yard, then in the street, and nobody can tell me that motherfucker was nowhere in the east side or anywhere else because I know, because I seen it with my own motherfucking eyes.
Right.
Every time we have certain little events, back in the day, he'd be moving around.
Yep.
So
him and his family.
So that's a reality.
Eastside original.
But the motherfuckers want to talk about that the Sureño Brown, this shit. I'm from California. I only know two things: Crippy and Chicano shit. That shit is Sureños out there. That's all I know. Here, everywhere, whoever. And listen, we migrate from California over here, and if we bring our neighborhood over or whatever, we just recruit or whatever. That's our motherfucking business. We're from California. You
Shit
see
started.
what I'm saying? From California. I don't remember
Right.
ever knowing that cripping started anywhere else but California.
That was
Right.
1969.
So that's our shit. Right? Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
No, that's our
No,
shit.
you're right.
From California,
Right.
native, right? I'm a California native. Crippin, he's California. We bring it here. We share it with you. We have the right to take it back from you. It's a California thing.
It's
Okay?
a black thing.
It's a black thing. Really true that. And even now, like, there's no such thing. The Lokes know, we know, that's that. I've only been a Loke. They sent me, the shit happened, they sent me back. It's easy. And nobody was here for me. So who took care of me? The Lokes. From the time I went in to the time fucking till it's like fucking yesterday. Real shit. Till yesterday. Probably until today. All I've seen is Lokes. Dude, tell you how real it is. My motherfucking doctor's name is Dr. Cripps.
Facts.
Real shit. To tell you how serious my crip it is, I'm always tripping. I'm from California, not Colorado. The shit that was brought here and was diluted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the real motherfuckers that got put on here in California or whatever, or were sent by actual motherfucking Lokes to California from California, that's a reality. The vouchers that are from actual real live motherfucking Lokes that are still alive and breathing, that matters because it comes from California or it comes from the penitentiary in California. You see what I'm saying? And what was said was, I wasn't here, you weren't here, we didn't, none of this shit should have ever happened. And it left for no room for fucking gossiping like hoes. Meaning there's no such thing as dry snitching and snitching. Now it's a thing. You dig?
Yep.
And that's what I say.
I was having a conversation earlier today with one of the homies from the 60s about this same conversation. You know.
Oh yeah, he's talking about us. Yeah, it's true though, and I didn't want to really contribute. And the topic is like for our age group, because we're in our 40s, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
It means something. If we were raised properly, like whoever found us, put us on, they gave us the bylaws, they gave us the G's and C's, the rules and regs, the fucking code of conduct, and the little things that are just Loke approved for Lokes only. That are just to ourselves, like the secret sauce. Okay.
Yep.
Shit that we're not supposed to talk about, but we know. We just know. We know
Pledge of allegiance and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have to. If we put it on Crip, what does that mean? And if you lie, what does that mean? You know what I mean?
Man.
So I live by those rules because I was a little girl with nobody to take care of. I had a broken fucking face and didn't have the skill sets to protect myself. So that motherfuckers, I had to learn like that. And there wasn't no female gang members that were like they wanted to take it unless they were told to. You know what I mean? But they were cautious because they're girls are girls, whatever.
Remember C-Note?
Yeah, the motherfucking men raised me like a little sister. Took me places, told me they fucking I put in my fucking work so much. And so that's where the loyalty is, the loyalty. So a motherfucker can say dual alliances or this and that, but if they knew the history behind the motherfucker telling the story, they would think twice about fucking making sorry ass motherfucking comments because it's assumptions because the motherfuckers taught the bylaws know how to maneuver and keep it pushing by themselves.
Right. Let me answer this question from Robert. So when I was a kid, the only ones really were the hyenas, the Mexican girls. As far as we went, it was a few, but it wasn't that many at the time when I was a kid. They were more like it was the girls that just wanted to hang around with the gang and go to the parties and do all that shit. Now, when the 90s came, that's when you start seeing more of the girls getting involved with the gangs and stuff. Where I was from. So that's kind of how it went at that time.
Remember C Note?
Yeah, California was fun. Like even going home, I still have some little Hispanic trolls, but I stay alert to what's going on in the streets because they say that things have been merged or moved over, like little sets.
Muhammad?
Who knows, you know?
Right.
I'm not really interested in what's, unless I have some business to take care of back home. I don't really associate with off brands because I feel like everything's an off brand situation if you're not in my age range and know the rules. You know what I mean? Like really, and you don't even have to ask too much. You just know, you know.
Right. I mean, when you know, you know. It don't even need to be a conversation, you know.
Exactly. It's like less than 10 words, and you just know, no, that motherfucker's an off brand. All right. Well, how many times do you ever say that ain't my type of crib?
Right.
Hey, my type of crib. That motherfucker's a snitch. That motherfucker do too much loose lip talking and not enough fucking shutting up and keep it pushing. That motherfucker's dirt all over the street, and it's not even in a good way. You know what I mean? Because a real motherfucker should have nobody talking about them. Yeah, you think?
Yeah,
now, Jay,
exactly.
Even now with the activity, if you're out there doing it, cool, okay. But now nobody even knows how to be quiet.
Nah, people just I don't understand how these dudes can get on camera and talk all this tough talk. Oh yeah, I'm a gangster and I'll put it on this and I'll put it on that. But you doing more law enforcement activity than you is really doing street activities, which you should not be on podcasts with police activity people like Adam and Vlad and be up there telling your whole damn story. And now look at you goofballs. Every single last one. Look. All them lokes is locked up after going on both of their platforms.
Facts. Right. And there's another thing too. Like I was gonna chime in about that big Mooch situation and White Bonner situation, man. Because you know I've been listening to shit for like 3 motherfucking years. This is not news. This is not no news. You know that this broad and snitching and whatever the fuck they were talking about. This wasn't no news. This is 3 years in the making of fucking snitching and tattling because a motherfucker felt some kind of way about not getting a piece of something from alleged motherfucking old 50 Cent, which is now, when they're blah, 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 you old crying ass little bitches. Like, this has been going on for years, and it's been broadcasted all over the motherfucking internet. So now you want to throw up motherfucking pictures of this person said that he a rat, his bitch, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Come on, cuz. You see what I'm saying? You've been saying that shit for like 4 years, and everybody in their motherfucking mama knows. And now you want to act some kind of way about it. Like, you old fucking fuddy-duddy old pussy ass. Like, you stop. You dig? This shit's going on everywhere. For real. Everywhere. And all over the fucking internet. And it's like, why you motherfuckers act so brand new? It's not brand new news to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's like this. What I take from that whole thing with 50 and Meech and all that, I take it as this. Now, there were people who didn't know anything about it. Oh, hold on.
I'm like to say, I was like, dude, anybody that a motherfucking internet with the Discord or anywhere else?
What's your name? Why you even know what my name is?
Just want to make sure I hand it to the right person.
My name is right there. It's Jason.
Jason. It's a control narcotic.
I know what it is. It's for my mom. Can I just get the?
Yes, sir. Just want to make sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nobody else does. Just go on. I got time for all that. All right.
Police is the pharmacy.
So like when you're in that different element on that different element of life where Meech and 50 is at, a lot of people were not aware of that stuff because a lot of people are not involved in that type of work or involved in some type of way in that type of element, so they aren't going to pay attention to it. So with that 50 was like, okay, Big Meech is on his way getting out.
Yeah.
What can I do to benefit? What can I do to benefit and then help out at the same time? Now I'm gonna come to the conclusion in 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do? Okay, let me get a hold of his son. Let me bring back BMF and rebrand it into something that is more legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big
Wait,
Meech gets out.
Pause right there. He wasn't due yet to come out. He got the pardon, remember? Like, didn't he have a little bit more time or something? He wasn't due for the.
No, he was because they were talking about him getting out a few years back.
Yeah, okay. But the pardon just came out of nowhere, right?
Well, the pardon, I don't know about the pardon. I just know that he got released early.
Yeah, Biden pardoned.
Biden pardoned his ass right before.
Okay.
So when all this shit starts going on in the media and news, like a few weeks back, it was right around the time he had got pardoned. He hadn't been set out like I think he was still doing a little bit of time. I don't know. Don't quote me on it.
Oh no, that must have been after he got out there. Because Meech has been out for a good minute now.
Yeah, like a few. Yeah, like 2 months.
So
Big Meech.
You
talk about Big
Meech.
I know you're from Meech, but
Big Meech got the pardon. Okay, so I thought don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure he still had a little bit of time, just a little bit, right? Because the thing I was mad about that.
Oh no, he still had time left.
Yeah. See,
but they had let him out because the original statement that came out when it first came out that he could be getting released early was for, he did everything he was supposed to be doing, and he was a good model citizen while being in there, so they was going to let him out early and just put him on parole to finish out the rest of his sentence.
Yeah. So that's good. That was good. This is good shit,
Right. So
like, why in the fuck after that? As soon as he gets pardoned and he's out, then all this other shit happens, like all this fuckery.
Well, you see, I'm gonna get to all that.
All right,
go ahead. When all this start coming out, and now there's news coming out that there's going to be a BMF series. This is when snitching ass Blue decide he wanted to pop his head back out and start talking all this stuff. And now the stuff that he's talking, come to find out, he necessarily wasn't lying, but that still doesn't take away from your snitching. Now I know everybody be talking about, well, where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork? Everything don't have to be on paperwork for you to be considered a snitch.
That's what I was just saying to Jesse. It's all,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
everything.
And not only that, but that was already tagged on him when Blue got caught up with all of them, and he was out months earlier. He got out months later while everybody else was still locked in. Yep. So tell me how you are not a snitch and you got caught up in the same shit that the rest of them did.
Oh, he definitely is a snitch. He's been a snitch.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? So now he's trying to discredit 50, Meech, Little Meech, the show, saying it's not accurate and everything with the woo. Okay, well, what most TV shows is actually going to be 100% accurate. It's TV. They gotta throw on the flair, you know what I'm saying, to make it interesting and entertaining for people to watch, right? Mm-hmm. So with that said, moving forward, now Meech gets out. Everything's still good. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Now pictures surface of Big Meech hanging out with who?
Mm-hmm.
Fat Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Hanging out with Fat Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Chicken Man?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Chicken Man?
The CEO.
Your sworn enemy, your number one in the game, and he's hanging out with you. So now it's at the point of, okay, now you fucking with my money. So now since you fucking with my money, and I done did all these things for you and your family, now I'm about to put everything out there, and I'm about to put you on blast, and I'm about to knock everything you trying to work for, and I'm about to eliminate that shit. That's why that concert didn't go down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
But
like,
now,
stop your celebratory come on concert, and 50 stopped it.
right.
Yeah,
But now this is the interesting thing. And this is my conclusion. On everything that we're talking about, from self-snitching to snitching,
mm-hmm.
everybody involved in that situation is a snitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they don't know that it's not that they don't know, they're consciously aware of what is what it like I said, we did the what the snitching tutorial. Like they don't understand it. Asking for the different versions of snitching and what is snitching. You telling your actual shit that happened to you, that's a you. You know what I mean? You either done the time. That's out there. That's even best self-incrimination. If you're telling the story of the past and you've already done time for it, it's whatever, right? But there's levels to snitching, and now
exactly.
these nuances, that all those levels are out the game because these motherfuckers, black motherfuckers, are going over to culture vulture and shit. You know what I mean? They're on these podcasts. They
Now you did.
white folk. You know what I mean? That's left and right without any actual paperwork check or none of that shit. Because, you know, even as a girl, I still believe in old-fashioned prison paperwork check. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers can't make calls. We do know how to use fucking, prison lettering. You know what I mean? So, motherfuckers, like, there's no checking. That's just, it happened to you, and take it at your word. And that's snitching. Then you telling on your friend, or you lying on on the dead homie. You know what I mean? Or the dead lopes. All that shit is bad. All of it is bad. Clarification is bad. Like, someone over there in the neighborhood. Yeah, that's snitching.
Yep.
That's
big snitching.
Yeah. Anytime he's like, homeboy, I was watching some ad of these, like, yeah, he a 40. Yeah, he a 40. So we cool, we found. That's snitching. How incriminated that, not just yourself, but you incriminated a whole nother motherfucker and put him in association, even if he was or wasn't, and nobody knew. Now everybody knows.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
Everybody knows. Oh yeah. No, you know what? That's 40 something. Yeah, he fam. Yeah, now you just associated with. Now that motherfucker's guilty of association. Now everybody looking into his background and pulling up whatever side dope, and then breasting him on some old bunk shit. And next thing you know, his poker face ain't strong enough. And he looked at a picture and they gave it away.
That's simple.
That's simple. Yeah, I don't know nothing. Or how fucking convenient that all of a sudden you don't know nothing but a fucking fresh Big Mac show up in front of you. And next thing you know, you're telling the whole story. And everybody else.
Right.
And then there's a whole Rico shit coming.
Yep.
It says, shit, I feel sleepy. Man, when you take me back to my cell, bitch? I know you
best friend Rico.
I mean, that's how you know Puerto Rico. They sit there, fresh. Are you hungry? Nah, man, I got a low stomach count. I can't eat food. Fucking dick in prison in here, man. You eat that. I don't want that. Oh, we got you on pictures. So what? Everybody and their mama got pictures.
Right.
Look. I don't know how many times I said that. You don't know how common I look. How do you know it's me? Everybody nowadays looks like me. How do you know I did it? Do your research.
Right.
I'm not gonna solve your case for you. That's your job. I'm not the law. Do I play detective?
I'm not finna do your job for you.
Oh my God, my heart hurts. I think I need the meds to work. You know what I mean? I'm going back into
I-
oh my God, my blood pressure.
As a matter of fact, I have nothing else to say. If you need to talk to me, you can talk to my lawyer.
Right.
Right.
Lawyer? Okay, fuck no lawyer. All right, I'll take the public defender.
So
Talk to
pretender-
me. Talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm not listening. La 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 la. I speak 5 languages. Latin. Like, do you know somebody? Aye one aye one uhe ate ije. What's your name? Andy Gray? Ages me? Hours and fast like that. Fast like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So don't ask me shit. Huh? Pull this dirt at. This ain't me. Does that look like me? Show me it's me without showing me it's me.
At that point.
Right. Show me it's me without showing me it's me. And in reality, there's only one defining factor to prove that it was me. I don't care what the fingerprints say. Think about it like this. Nowadays with AI, they can just create some shit.
Right.
The days
Right.
of us putting it on the phone. Man, that's a fantasy fictional tale. I was telling my cousin. I woke up and I had a bad dream. That shit really happened? God damn, I'm psychic. It looks like I go back. Man, I didn't know it was predicting the future. But that ain't me. Show me it's me without showing me it's me. I guess you got
Right.
to work hard for you, right? Because nowadays, think about it, cuz think about it like this. So this is a hypothetical, right? But it really happens, right? Now they got the DNA, it's up to whatever. If they're telling you that 23andMe is fraudulent, and that's what everybody's been using to fucking do their lineage, okay?
Yeah, 23andMe.
Then it's fraudulent. And you know, like I know, and anybody who's ever committed a motherfucking felony and has went to jail for it, they swab you for felonies. You get swabbed instantly. It's like, okay, for a motherfucker, let's just say motherfucker knows for 8 times. So 8 times they've been swabbed. Okay? They swab they fingerprint you. You got your shit, right? You see when you do your, they know, like for me, they know I'm Black, Indian, and French. They know I'm Muslim. They know I'm divorced. Okay, that's just the thing, right? And they swab me.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got the little minor details that, you know, anybody in their fucking mama who has to go through the booking process would have, okay? Just like you if you committed a felony hypothetically, then they know you're a Black man, you know, your age, race, blah, blah, blah. You got your pictures. You got a fucking stack in there. There's a fucking folder, limited for the time you turn 18 with all your dirt and any fucking mugshot you had, okay? Some will say some have more than others, like 16, 20. It's a whatever, right? So these 23andMe things that now people are using to fucking do their lineage for our base principles of reparations is now fraudulent. But it's been said that if over the last years you've been paying attention, right? That there's these deep fakes, these deep fucking our erasure, you know, when we say we're being erased off the internet, right? Our history erased. It is really happening right there in real time. So now they could do that, right? But they can also put you in some weird little picture predicament due to AI, right?
Yep.
They get your little voice print, like right now we're giggling and shit, and next thing you know, it could be turned into a whole fucking stupid thing. And you're like, you're stupid.
I don't know. That shit could fuck up somebody's livelihood so badly.
And we're trying to get these motherfuckers back on education of not snitching and telling on your brother, right? With the number one rules of growing up with a sibling: don't snitch on your brother or sister. And when you catch it, you catch it. You snitch, he's getting it, but you're getting it too. These are the number one rules we come into life with: no snitching on your brother or sister. You tell getting that ass too. You dig? So why is it lost to these motherfuckers now? If that was a thing, when we came into the world. You dig? And these motherfuckers just running around rapid. Now with the way the world and the technology is, just creating shit, just adding to the creation of some falsified fucking wrinkle shit.
It really is.
It's so fucking stupid. But no motherfuckers thinking like old people like us, because it's all you old niggas always got something to say. Yeah, you're welcome.
No, but this is what just kills me though. It's like how many people on the internet have continuously said, stop talking so much. The fans are watching. The boys are watching.
That's why mother don't want to have a phone with me. Like, dude, I still live by the values. If I could get away with leaving the phone at home, I would have left the phone at home. You can't have gloves,
That's what
right?
Bots does.
You take your gloves off,
Right.
and now they can just flip them around. And there's your right? No, fuck if you had decided to let your hair out and you're driving to the street with your fucking hair all glistening in the sunlight, just collecting all that good melanin fluid. You know what I mean? That's all over. Don't bite your fucking nails. Don't take a piss nowhere. For real. You know what I mean? Like, man, don't pee on no motherfucking dumpster or anything. Go to the fucking restroom, wipe up after. These were things that were taught because to keep our asses out of motherfucking jail. And the one thing, the most important thing, was not fucking talking on the fucking phone or just talking, period. That was that. I wasn't here. You weren't here. I didn't see you. You didn't see me. Then none of this ever happened. And you could float around to different fucking circles until some of us decided to get like gossipy like hoes. Not me. But like, you think, and the ones who heard the gossip were like, that motherfucker's a snitch. Don't come tell me what the fuck is going on. I look at you like you's a snitch. I shouldn't know what's going on. I hear with my own ears or eyes, and I'm not speaking on it or speaking to it or speaking around it, then I should know nothing, right? So you can't just be telling me shit because regardless, I pressed delete on whatever fucking I did and or did not hear.
True that.
Press delete.
Yep. Right there. Look down right there in your left hand corner, right there.
Yeah. Right. Then before you just heard some loose flip gossip, right? It could be detrimental, but in my mind, I'm like, headphones in, pressing delete, la 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 la. Why? Because we're not supposed to have things we care about, because that could be used against us. Two, don't question me. I speak, like I said, I speak 5 languages, and Pig Latin's my favorite.
Oh shit. Not the Pig Latin.
Pig Latin. If I have to. You know, 5 languages. So I'm like, dude, and I'm very adamant about doing your own light work. If I can do my own dirt, you better do your own light work. I don't ask for
everything.
Yeah, I don't ask for help if I needed help. Like even right now, if I wanted to, if something was bothering me, I just have to get well and go figure it out after I got well. You see what I'm saying? But nothing can get to a like at this age, at our age, enough to bother us that we go making active choices that we can't take back. And what's happening now with this new lightweight, mediocre, off-brand, fucking off-putting, fucking new wave gangsters, like on like I've been seeing lately. Man, there's nothing off brands. They're off brands. They can never get to a level of moral understanding because they can't even ride the political train to somebody who's smart. And there's nobody pulling like there's nobody doing G checks or Crip checks. You know what I mean? Like, well, I remember a time where the Crips would pull you to the side and make your ass motherfucking cry and beg for forgiveness.
That is a lost art right there.
Lost art. They pull you to the side. I mean, it's almost like they want to put hands on you for the Jesus part. But no, they give you like, I better not hear this beginning, blah blah blah, the motherfucking street clothes. You know, like grab you, literally put your hands on you. And you fear for your motherfucking life right then and there because you don't fucked up so motherfucking big. And all it could have been was just a light little gossip about a certain motherfucker.
That's it.
That was all it took. Now everybody's just like free dicking and loose lipping and shit and just over there nonstop, non-cripping, just acting like hoes and just doing it. And nobody's grabbing a motherfucker by the look, cuz putting us at risk. You dig?
Right.
So now motherfuckers are putting bad, icky shit on serious hoods that were serious at one point and now are looked at as, I can't even say because it hurts my soul, as like lames or jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like serious, like motherfuckers that were serious about certain neighborhoods or certain like certain, I don't even want to say it out. I'm so serious with it. I can't even bring myself to mention the level of hood that's been shamed by the motherfuckers representing it out here in the internet now. That's how much I love the Lokes. I can't even say their name because I can't believe it in my heart to say the dirt. You see, you dig?
Right. Nah, on everything.
I can't even say it. So all I can say is that I pray that the older motherfuckers get word and shake a motherfucker out their Nikes.
Yeah, no, that's why when I would see any one of them go over there on No Jumper, you know, I would always speak out on it, like, man, what the hell is y'all doing?
Right.
Like, we don't rock like that.
Nope.
Right.
We're not supposed to be rocking like that at all, especially being black, dude. Once we knew that those motherfuckers were only about collecting money off of us, even if they paid to have an interview, whatever the fuck, and they paid you, you should have never went over there. Because once you went over there, you were complicit to whatever. That motherfucker made content off your shit, sold it, resold it, fucking profited off of it, got likes, views, shared it with the whole motherfucking world, and the whole world now knows you're a motherfucking lame. You're
Right
low.
up.
And then motherfuckers in the street who are just quietly, actively quiet and doing what was original fucking movements, regardless of how the Crippy was supposed to go in a more political man flag. It doesn't fucking matter at this point, because the people that are like 25, or let's say, I'm going to be generous, 30 and under, who think it's a rip to represent something they have no motherfucking idea or value about, because there's a value to being a Loke. Okay, and it might not have monetary value, but it has sentimental value. It has emotional value, and it fucking matters. And anybody who practices those rules know what it means anytime you put something on that, or you lie on that, or you lie on somebody like that, or you know what I mean? You do too much.
Right.
Then you know what the cost is. And it's not a fucking discussion. There's always been a price to pay.
Always.
It doesn't matter how many sets or hoods, there is a price to fucking pay. And now nobody's inflicting any of that. That's why everything's all fucked up. We shouldn't have no fucking fentanyl issues in our shit. We're not supposed to touch that. We're not supposed to touch that. That shit is bad. We're not supposed to have any amphetamine issues within our bodies. That's for them. That's for them. Make our little bread or mind our own little business, or we do whatever. But we shouldn't be poisoning ourselves. That's a them thing. Meaning whites, Mexicans, and anybody else that want to get down with that bullshit. But Crips weren't supposed to be doing that. We had already had enough problems with the crack epidemic. You know what I mean? And the opioid, the motherfucking heroin. You know what I mean? That was about as much as we had. Now look. We have us dying on the street because we want to smoke these nasty ass fucking blue ass pills. I don't. I'm just saying. That was supposed to be non-existent. If the motherfucker saw it I know for a fact, we weren't even supposed to be selling that shit. Really.
Nowhere near.
Special permission if you wanted to, but that never happened. Right? You're not supposed to sell that shit. We were not supposed to be anywhere near that, because touching it, you could die.
Exactly.
Why the fuck would we be involved with that? Right? So, do you see what I'm saying? There is no protocols. There's nobody to put into place where motherfuckers like, now I'd be looking around like, I have to like really look around, because they're so far and few between. Like here, it seems like all the Lokes decided oh yeah, well, we got money now. We done moved around and or we're too old. We done got this little businesses or woo. But you don't really see any solid ones because the solid ones are hanging out with off brands. Thinking
I
they
ain't gonna lie.
thinking they
Looking
or,
crazy as hell.
yeah, or hanging out with coons. And they trying to turn over a new leaf. There's certain motherfuckers that I see even in our city doing the most disrespectful podcasting. Okay. And they are the biggest motherfucking snitches. Talking about certain individuals they have no idea they should never speak on. But what am I to say? Because I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? I just be like, The Lord is not shining down on you. You know, if the looks could G-check and also put hands on you and pray for you, they're not doing that no more. Because they did that too. They do that too. We're gonna pray for you, cuz.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. They're dying off. Hey, so at the store, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got 20 minutes. Oh, for the accountable.
Oh, what time is it?
8:30.
Oh, no, it's about Jay. Are you busy, cuz? You sound like you're still at the store. I'm sorry, cuz. I'm sorry. I came over all ampy and shit, cuz I haven't been able to do no show or nothing, but I've been really sick, and I was like, God damn it, I need to say something. And then dip off into the ghost night like I always do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm still here. I just had another phone call.
Yeah, I figured. We figured it out after a minute or so.
Yo, what up, DMG?
Yeah, they come over here to disrupt your shit. I just had to get it out my chest because.
Oh no! You wasn't.
To defense Tab, because I feel like motherfuckers just don't really understand, and they always try to question him. You know, like questioning his storytelling or whatever. We're just calling it that. You know what I mean? So we know because I'm here. So we know that motherfucker is a serious individual. I know. I just put it this way. I know. I'm 45. I've been outside most of my motherfucking life. And his name rang strong in the yard from the men that raised me all the way till he was out and all over from the east side, Montbello and everywhere. And everybody knew who the fuck he is question mark, whatever you want to say. And so it irks the fuck out of me when you hear off brands talking about certain shit especially here in Colorado when they're not here. And I don't care. I just feel like, I dip off into like the quietness because I was raised properly by the looks. So I maneuver when I want to. Just take it like that. And I mean that. There's no taking that back. Everything it's always the rules are for me is if I said it, I meant it, did it, I've done it. And if you caught it, you were the receiving end of it.
The title
minus the warnings. I warned you. So they're like when people come for me, but I respond.
Because the title was I said what I said.
Mm-hmm. And he did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is on this one? Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yes.
He said that because it's true. And motherfuckers always taking like always fucking with him. And I always catch it once in a while and I'll hear like a live little show and it says like, man, he's always getting fucked with when he's talking about what the man lived through here, either inside or outside. And motherfuckers that were privy to inside knowledge or outside knowledge.
Oh, we just talking it up, DMG.
Seen it, heard it, seen him, heard it, and kept it to their motherfucking selves and kept it fucking pushing. So nobody can question where he was or wasn't, or if he's a part of what part of the neighborhood or what he wasn't doing, unless they know or they've seen him. So you can't just add speculation. I know, I seen, I was a little girl running the motherfucking streets, gangbanging and doing the most. I remember when I was growing up, I still remember doing my little dirt and watching here and there and listening and minding my own motherfucking business and keep it pushing. So it bothers me. And I felt like, man, somebody got to say something. Let me just stand up for my brother real quick. Even though I don't get a chance to talk to him, let me just stand up and just say, that motherfucker's always been a real one.
Right.
It's never been a question. And I'm 45. I'm about to be 45 in a couple of motherfucking days. Been a real one the whole time. And if nobody likes it, that sounds like a fucking them problem. You know what I mean? But I know I'm from California. I don't really necessarily know, but I know what I know about. I'm raised California minded, even if I do live here. You dig? So
straight up.
Politics still. But
It goes everywhere you go.
Yeah, they're like, dude, you don't become blah, blah, blah. No, motherfucker, I'm from California. My blood runs from California. And so I take it. If I want to take something back, I'll take it back because you don't deserve it. That's it. That's why I'm not a native of Denver. I was born in Denver. I just happen to live here. You see what I'm saying? I can't go home. My family moved here. I couldn't control it. I go home now. I don't even have no home to go to. Everybody's dead. So you dig? But if I wanted to go on vacation, I guess I could. Really?
Right.
I'm not checking in.
Yeah,
Check me. I'm not checking in.
in.
No, I don't have to check in.
Right.
I'm from California. That means I don't fear my brothers, sisters, and I'm not afraid of. That's the thing. Motherfuckers check in because they're afraid of black people. You know, like that, and people play on that. I don't fear us. They should fear us. They really should. Simple as that. And as far as the Chicano thing, I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? Because I've been with us. They don't respond to me. If anything, they call me negrita, mayate. No, they call me fucking mayate. You know what I mean? And then they're so confused by my looks on my face, but my hair is out. They're like, oh my god. And even so, I'm not gonna take that back. Why the fuck should I take it back? I like me. It's a you problem. I know where the fuck I am. I know where I come from. And I'm not racially homeless, bitch.
Right.
Anyway, Jay, I didn't want to ruin your show or nothing. I just wanted to contribute.
Oh no, you did.
Stand
You
up
did it.
for sad. Because I feel like motherfuckers always got something to say. But they probably weren't in the yard with him at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Timo? Right.
That's true.
You got Barry in the house.
Yeah, you can say all this shit, but if you weren't doing time with him at the same time,
Right.
the fuck do you really know?
Right.
But
That's
do
still,
that.
it doesn't. It still means something, right? Like, I mean, people act like your yard time doesn't count for you.
Yeah, that definitely.
People are acting like that. Like, oh yeah, he did a little time. Little time. There's only one type of time. It's colored time.
Right.
Well, that's the worst kind of time.
That's the worst kind, right?
On everything.
Right? Yeah. And so you weren't doing time with them, or you weren't out there riding around with them, you know, doing whatever.
No, their hood is brand new.
No, who's hood?
The ones that's fucking with them, their hood is only like 15 years old at the most.
I don't even know. To tell you the truth, to be honest, I have to catch it little bits in this, like little bits of the lives here and there. So I really don't know. But what I heard was enough. It was like maybe
It's
8 or
the
9
Adams
words.
Street niggas.
It was like 8 or 9 words. It was enough for me to want to get up and say something. You dig?
Does it start on Denver?
Oh yeah.
Not
This
even know.
hood is literally.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
Like the street here?
Yeah.
There's no such thing, guys. That's not a real hood.
Adams Block, Eastside Rider, Gangsta Crip, they started on Adams Block
When?
back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
But they don't call it Adams Block.
That's the name of the street though that they started on.
What?
Yeah. Let's did it in a whole song. Remember NK Lucci?
So let me just go back into my mental Rolodex of how much I don't give a fuck about that, right? Because that wasn't a real thing to me. And like, if what you're saying is like, that wasn't a real thing. Like,
That had already been.
yeah, like the way I see the hoods in the East Side and Park Hill, that it was just very definitive. You know what I mean? There's only like 4 to me that really mattered. Everything else was for conjecture. You dig? Like when you hear something like, yep, these lokes, these lokes, and these lokes are like the only important ones, like the most important hoods. Everything else is like a subset.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
So when he's telling me that in my mind, probably back then too, I was like, off-brand, low level. Not one of us. That's probably what I thought. And I just kept it pushing and pressed delete. So now when he's telling me about it, I'm like, what? That's not California. Like you think, like, what are you talking about? That's a street here. Like, come on. How much
Right.
gang banging are you doing on this particular street? Let me find out. Let me go look, because I know I used to cruise up and down. I didn't see this shit happening. What the fuck is this happening there? Like, and I just keep like, and that's probably what I did when I heard it the first time, even back then. And with the
Right.
music here, I don't even think, like, I'm from California. So music from Colorado that's talking about whatever hood or whatever is irrelevant to me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep. Nah, I feel
I'm
you.
from
Yeah.
California. Now, when you're in California, you're hearing shit about our neighborhoods or whatever the fuck, and they're talking about it in a song or something. You're like, oh yeah, that's some valid shit. But I'm from here. But here, it's like, off. Don't be. That's not even a real thing. This is it. Must be living in a world of imagination. A rabbit? What? How? This motherfucker, I'm from California. That's where hood and hard meet. Hood, hard.
Straight up.
It's three things: hood, hard, and heart. California. And then everything else we're sharing it with everybody. But come on, in Colorado. And then the ones with hood, heart, and heart, or hood, what is that? Hood, heart, and hard are not necessarily built the same way Californians are. Just like we're not all built the same way as Texans who are lokes.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? Because that's
Right.
a separate type of hard. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
It's separate and just as dangerous, if not more. But respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Who fuck? You know what I mean? You don't hear me. I'm from motherfucking in Colorado. You know what I mean? Even though, like, I've been conditioned here, you know what I mean? But I know, fucking, I'm from there. You know, I've seen these motherfuckers here do what the fuck they needed to do. And now the sets are like, so I question anybody who gets, I question their validity just on the simple fact of the last 10 years. It's so been
I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel that.
they're wearing skinny jeans, cuz.
Oh God.
That shit threw me all the way off.
Right? And I remember when you couldn't even wear red or burgundy. I had Jesse tossed me a shirt with that. No. Jesse tossed me two things that I would like, right? You gave me like a what was it, a kimono or some shit?
Yeah.
Right? And it was like dual-sided. And the one side that I liked was black and yellow. The other side was like red and black, and I don't know what the fuck red. And he tossed it at me. Red, and he went to go take a shower. He just tossed it at me in his apartment, and it landed in the red side. My hands started burning. My eyes started burning. Right? And I was like,
that's funny.
I kicked in the door of the bathroom. You see, shower. I was like, "Are we breaking up? Is this a breakup gift, cuz? What the fuck wrong with you? Like, this breaking up is this the only thing you don't give a loaf nothing with fucking red in it? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, cuz? Like,
hold on, y'all. I gotta take a
okay. Yeah, no, dude. It was like that. And then the other day I found this little because I lost all this motherfucking weight, found this little shirt. And it was a nice little blouse, but it was burgundy. And I said, hey, this is kind of pretty. And he's looked at me. I was just like looking at it because the way the design of the shirt was cut. And then my hands are burning like I touched something from Satan. Right? And I'm thinking to myself, he's like, yeah, you ain't wearing that. You know you're not gonna wear that. I said, I might, like sassy mouth, like, oh, I might, nigga, you don't know. Right? I didn't. I brushed my teeth, but I didn't have nothing to spit my toothpaste out on. Yeah, that's what that was used for. I don't know how many motherfucking reds.
Hey, sis.
Yeah, okay, I know you gotta go.
Hey, sis.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta end this.
Yep.
But thank you for coming up again. Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming through. We're gonna do this again. And I'll catch y'all next time. And like
Yeah,
always, we gonna stay cracking.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
And like always, we gonna keep it cracking. We gonna stay militant, and we up out of here.
Yep.
Peace.
B1.
Good.
Yeah. You ever hear us leaves?